Okay, so in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to tweak the theme so that it looks more like our original HTML site. Okay, so this is the theme of our site with the header and the background and the footer. Okay, so what we want to do is emulate that here. Okay, so really you need to finish tweaking your copy so that it looks correct in here. So I didn't really do that, but what you would do is you would get this all so it looks correct. And then the next thing you would do, of course, is what we're doing now, change this. So what we do is we need to go into themes. Okay, and then we can customize here. Okay, so site title and tagline. What we want to do is turn that off. Okay, so you'll see now we just have the header. Now what we want to do is we want to change the header. So let's go down here to header image. And you see that it says header image size should be 1000 by 288 pixels in here to make this correct, make this look correct. Now, we are probably going to end up doing that, but what the first thing I would do is I would bring in the header image that we're using and see what happens. So let's add new header. And what we want to do is drag and drop it into here. So let's go back to here. Let's go into images and JPEG and then find our header. So our header image is right here, header.jpg. So let's move this over a bit and let's just drop this into here and see what happens. Now this may not work at all for us, but let's select and crop. Okay, so let's crop and bring it in and see what happens. Okay, so there it is. Actually, it looks okay. It's a little bit on the blurry side, and if you don't like that, I'll show you what you can do. But let's save that for now. And then let's close this and let's go have a look at our site and see how it looks. Okay, so that looks fairly decent. But if you didn't like that, you thought it was just too big, what you can do is you can create an image this size and you can bring your old one into it. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So what we want to do, let's go back into theme again. We could actually just go into customize here as well. It gets us to the same place. And then let's go down to header, image, and it says 1000 by 288. So what you want to do is create a 1000 by 288 image in your favorite image program. Okay, so I'm going to use something called paint.net. You might want to use GIMP or you might be good with any other program you can use. I'm just going to use paint.net to do that. Okay, so here is paint.net. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to image and I'm going to do resize. And then I'm going to make sure that the aspect ratio is turned off and I'm going to put 1000 by 288 and hit OK. Okay, so here's 1000 by 288. Now what I want to do is make it so that the background color of it is the same as the background color in our main image here. Okay, so I'm going to make the background color match the darkest part of this. All right, so I'm going to use a tool that will do that for us. It's a color tool, and I'll give you this tool, I'll include it with this package. So I'm just going to do pick color, and then I'm just going to pick the darkest part of this. Okay, and then here it is. So this is our color now. So it's already added that to the clipboard for us. So what I want to do, actually I don't want the pound here, I don't think. So I'm just going to copy everything before that into my clipboard. Go back to paint.net. And then I'm going to go and here, and I'm going to do more. And then I'm just going to paste that into here. Okay, so it's now set that for us. I'm going to do less. I'm going to go to the paint bucket tool, and then I'm just going to change that. Okay, so there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do layer, and then I'm going to do import from file, and I'm going to bring in the original header image. Okay, so here's header. I'm going to open that. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it down and sort of center it into this bigger image. Like that. So get that centered as best you can. All right, now I'm just going to save this as, and I'm going to make this into a PNG image, and I'm going to call it header 1 or header new or something. Just call it something different. Say header 1. Okay, and then click OK and flatten. Okay, and then we're done with paint.net. Okay, now you see that actually this cut off a bunch of stuff now that I look at it. So let's change this. So we'll do add new image. And now we're going to bring in our new image. Okay, so we can drag and drop that into here. There's header 1. Okay, save and crop. We'll crop. Okay, so this actually is much better. This brings in the whole image and kind of blends it in here. Okay, so I'm going to save. Okay, so there's our header image. The next thing you want to do is change our background image. So your background image, and then we can select our image or we can drag and drop it in. So I'll do select image, and then we're going to drag and drop that. So back into here, background in JPG, background. Okay, and there it is. There's our background image. Okay, so we're getting there. The next thing we need to do is get rid of this menu here. Now to do that, what we want to do is go, let's save this, and close. Now let's go over to menu. Okay, now what I want to do is create a menu. Okay, so click here where it says page. Okay, now what we want to do is just click remove. And then same here, page. And then we want to hit remove. Okay, and that's because we're getting rid of the menu on this page. And hit primary menu. Now, If you're not, if you have multiple pages, then you're going to want to build your menu, and you'll have your different parts up here where you can build your menu here. Okay, now I'm building a sales page. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Otherwise, you would go ahead and you would build your menu structure up here. Okay, so I'm going to save. It's in the primary menu area. Now let's go have a look. And there you see that we have now got rid of that for our sales page, and that's what we want. Otherwise, you would have your menu structure here. Okay, now for the footer, right now we have proudly powered by WordPress, so we can change that. So let's go over here into themes, and then we want to go to editor. Okay, and then over here we want to find footer. So there's our footer. Okay, so here's our footer. We need to keep this part in here because this tells the WordPress site that this is our footer. Okay, so this bit here in this theme says get the sidebar for the footer. I don't want that, so I'm going to remove that. Now, it would be a good idea to just copy this whole thing. Let's do a Control A and a Control C and put it into Notepad. I think I still have my Notepad session up here, so I'll get rid of this now. I'm just going to copy this in here. Just in case I mess something up, I can put this back the way it was and start again. It's always a good idea to do that. Okay, so I'm getting rid of this because I don't want the sidebar widgets or the footer widgets. And then down here, this looks like where we have our credits. So I'm going to take out this WordPress credit stuff here. Okay, and then I'm just going to put in my image source. So what I need to know is where I uploaded my images. So it's okay, and then the location where you uploaded the footer image. Now, an easier way to do that, instead of finding where we uploaded an images, would be to go, let's go to our media. I'm going to open media in a new window. So media and library, I'm going to open a link in a new tab here. And then let's upload our footer image into here. So I'm going to do add new. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my footer image in here. Here's our footer. Let's bring that in. Okay, so let's go back to the media library now. Okay, so this is our footer. We can get, now here's the link here. So let's copy that and let's just paste it in up here. Let's make sure this is what we want. Okay, and there it is. So this link that we just pasted in here goes right here. Where did I put it? Image source equals like that, and then put it between the quotes there. We paste it in there. And let's save this. Let's go have a look here. Okay, and we have the same problem again in that the size of the image is smaller than the size of the space. Okay, so we could do the same thing again. Build an image that is the right size and put it in here, or we can just leave it like that. Okay, so basically that's all there is to it now. we now have the site built. We have the layout looking the same as the layout of the site we started with. Like I say, you need to tweak the copy of each page so that it looks like the copy of your old page. You got your backgrounds, headers, footer, almost the same here. And then if you had your menus done, your menus would be done wherever the theme allows you to have menus. So this theme allows them along here. But like I said, you would choose your theme so that it looks kind of like what you have now. Or you could use widgets if you wanted to use widgets, and then your navigation would be down the side here. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can convert an HTML site to a WordPress site.